Namaste and welcome. Today I am reading a response I felt moved to write in response to something that is not so much a question but a sentiment. Shruti, when I look out at the world, I see so much darkness. Once I had a vivid dream that served as a metaphor for awakening within times of darkness. In this dream, I was in the living room of a small house, lighting a circle of white candles. They were laid out on a white sheet, as if in a prayer circle. It was nighttime in the dream, and so the candles illuminated the room with a warm glow. I was joined by a small group of friends and family, and we lit the candles together as we walked slowly around the circle. Suddenly, a terrible screaming begins echoing from far upstairs in the attic of this house. The screaming is agonizing and guttural, like an angry animal wailing. Each moment of this noise is physically painful to listen to, and its sound seems to automatically ignite fear and chaos. I watch as my friends and family begin to panic, tripping over the candles as they rush upstairs to try and find the cause of this terrible screaming. Desperately, they try to appease this demonic presence that lives upstairs. But I remain below, feeling the fear but not believing it, feeling the pain but not responding to it, watching everyone leave, but I do not move. I remain interested only in the circle of light that has been destroyed amidst this chaos. As I look on, I notice that some candles have tipped over, and the fire has ignited in the room, spreading out of control. With great sadness amidst the ongoing screaming, I pick up a bucket of water and douse all of the flames. I stand alone in a room and a world of total darkness, with the demonic screaming still echoing all around. As the screaming continues and darkness is all I can see, I remain as what cannot be seen, but from where I am always seeing from, where I am even able to see the absence of the subtle light of consciousness. From here, I see miracles of light appear amidst the darkness of this dream. I can see that some of the candles have not gone out. Instead, a large section of the sheet has flipped over on top of them, resting upon the still lit flames and concealing their light. With apprehension, I peel back the sheet to find that the fire has not burned the cloth. This fire is not made of worldly flame. It cannot be doused with water or concealed with darkness. It cannot burn or destroy what it touches. The light of clear seeing is the ever-burning flame that cannot go out, even amidst the noise of great pain or the threat of total darkness. As the dream ends, amidst the ongoing screaming of the devil that lives upstairs, the mind that uses threat and fear and intimidation to cloud over our being and can never truly be at peace, I remain transfixed instead by the light of God's ever-burning flame, the very source of my own earliest being. If you have read my book, The Hidden Value of Not Knowing, You will already know that I write about my experience of spiritual awakening within intense physical pain. Even as I am writing today, there is pain in the body, and in pain the mind sees only darkness. But as I came to see accidentally, in a moment of very great pain, all of the thoughts from the mind can vanish in an instant. And when they disappear, the mind has also disappeared. There is no mind as a thing. There is just a series of thoughts we call thinking. When the stream of thinking comes to an end, you remain here, conscious and aware of the absence of thinking, the inner silence that exists always underneath. When thoughts vanish, most feelings also disappear, because they are often linked. Emotions that are tied to thought, especially the personal ones, mostly do not exist without the thoughts they are anchored to. Pure emotions, like love and peace, may remain. But even in very intense pain, all feelings will vanish. And so the inner silence is not just a mental silence. There is a pure totality of silence at the root of your being. Even while writhing on the floor, without any control over the body's reactions, there is total inner peace and silence. This peace and silence is what is natural when attachment to the body and the thoughts and the feelings has been erased. Simply there is quiet awareness, consciousness, eyesight, and breathing. But even as the pain intensifies, the body cannot bear to stay conscious any longer, and so eyesight begins to fade. Consciousness begins to slip away, and the edges of darkness creep slowly at the edges of awareness. Still as eyesight fails and consciousness falls, they fall before you. The one who is capable of seeing the edges of vision, the loss of everything you can experience. You remain as what cannot leave, even when all that you see before you has fallen to darkness and is vanishing. The one that cannot leave you is already what you are, and where you always see from. It is the true light, the ever-burning flame in times of pain and darkness. God's light shines from inside and cannot go out. Like the candles that remain alight, even after the perceived darkness of the world has tried to douse them. To find God's light inside is to find the root of your own being, and to see only this same light source within any darkness of the world and at the heart of all beings. There is something far more valuable than bemoaning the darkness, reaching for the solution, explaining the problem, or surrendering to sadness. Look instead always for the light inside. Use your intention to find the source of attention. In each moment you ask without words, "Where do I come from?" This is your answer that becomes the light of being, that can never become extinguished by the depths of any darkness. If you recognize just once that you are seeing already from behind even your own vision, especially within a moment of great pain or great darkness, that you see that your own self is the light that illuminates even your own consciousness, then what circumstance can ever remove you from your peace? You are the light in the heart of your own being, and always this light is what you see. With so much love.